What's good, YouTube? Just got this Talon 1/3 from Prime One. Got this one from Big Bad Toy Store. It's actually the first time I've ever bought anything from them. Super quick, easy service. I've been wanting this piece for a while. If I would have ended up getting it from Prime One direct, I think my total was like $1,600 something to ship it where I'm at in the US. Big Bad Toy Store, brand new, with their flat rate shipping. I paid like $1,094 total, so they saved me a little over $500. That's pretty crazy. Love Prime One, but if I can get a deal with that, that's the deal I'm going with. All right, let's go. This is a super intimidating piece. I mean, that thing is like leaning, but I will say the peg feels super sturdy. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think it'll withstand the test of time for sure, but little detail on them, got all the little throwing knives. It's a super cool pose. The base is huge. It's always funny comparing like Iron Studios 1/3 to like Prime Ones and everything else. Prime Ones just always look so much bigger, but the bases are just gigantic. Yeah, this body is sick, dude. Focus, bitch. So hard to get this thing to focus sometimes. I might have to change views, but the detail on this owl is crazy. Super sick. Also, I made an executive decision to kind of push this guy back in the corner more. I'll figure out placement and everything like that. Super dope head sculpt. There's always something very Bioshock about Talon to me. I don't know what it is, but there's just something like real Bioshocky about him. Probably obviously the bird from Infinite, but yeah, dude, this thing is sick. These little guys, pretty cool. Also, I took the head off because when I put those back swords on, the head fell. Luckily it didn't break, but a little sketchy. The magnet feels strong, but I barely budged that bitch and it fell. So more adorable ass animals, just like the samurai penguins. Even with my glasses on, it's hard to see these little guys' holes. That was actually a weird choice of words, so I'm gonna rephrase that. I can't find the peg spot, but we'll find it. Alright, got his arm pieces. Man, that detail on like the gold armor and all the freaking little bolt arrows. So sick, dude. Alright, now to the swords. I don't know what these are made out of, but it definitely feels like some kind of real, maybe weaker sheet metal or something. I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, this thing's got some weight and some power to it. You don't gotta worry about that snapping like PVC. I don't know about anybody else, but it was like a bit of a time getting this like shoulder piece on him. But yeah, dude, this thing is crazy sick. We'll get into the review and everything. I want to try to get some good cinematic shots so people can see a lot of the detail better. Overall, this piece was actually like super easy to put together, but what is this? The fountain from the comic? I don't know. I don't remember. Something like that. I don't know if it's necessarily a cover. I could be wrong on that, but I don't know, dude. This piece is just, sorry for the shadows. I'm trying to figure out how to show that without shadowing it, but I mean, there's other reviews, so it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know really how to explain it. This is just like one of those pieces whose presence is crazy. That owl head with all the owls on it is so sick. right, let's get into it. Per usual, collecting is awesome. I love having all these things. It's a fruit of your labor, so to speak. Some people want to go golf. Some people mod their car like crazy. Some people want a 10,000 square foot home. Some people want a $10,000 a month apartment. Life in perspective is everything what you want to spend money on. A lot of people use the term like waste of money, and the term waste of money is only relative to somebody who might not have that much money. And that's not like a knock, that's just like real. Like if you don't have a lot of money, then buying stuff that's not necessary to your livelihood is considered a waste of money. If you have a lot of money, I mean, that term doesn't really apply to you, because how are you wasting money when you have like endless amounts of it? It's like Joe Rogan says, like, what's the point of having like fuck you money if you're not going to say fuck you with it? And not in like a douchey, narcissistic way. It was lighthearted, joking way. But I mean, and yeah, everybody always says if they had money like this, they would donate and do this, and that. I'll go toe to toe with anybody in comparing how much philanthropy and charity I've done in my life versus you've done in your life, coming at me from that angle. But yeah, I mean, all jokes and little assy comments aside, yeah, just be smart with your finances. Don't kill yourself struggling to get stuff that other people can just get anytime they want. You know what I mean? Again, it's all perspective. It's what you want to do out of life. I mean, I'm in my 30s now, so I mean, younger, I used to go to Vegas all the time. I used to have a really bad gambling problem. Thank God I haven't gambled in years. Used to really be into sneakers and watches and jewelry, and I still am for the most part, but I don't spend on it like I should. And I'm not saying that in the sense of like, to afford something, you shouldn't cut other stuff out of your life to be able to afford something else. You should strive to a point where you can just somewhat afford what you want, but not have to sacrifice other stuff. But just for me personally, I mean, I haven't been tattooed in years. I cut that out. I love tattoos and I respect tattoo artists, but like day rates from when I was getting tattooed to now, granted the work's a lot better ink, better machines, but it's like some of these artists who are worth your time and money are charging like $2,500 for a day rate. Bruh, you are high on a kite if you think I'm giving you $2,500 for 8 hours of your time. And again, that's not to say they don't deserve it and they're not talented enough to have that kind of income. They deserve everything they get. It's like this. Like people say it's a waste of money, whatever, and at least there's a chance of some kind of breaking even or some kind of like potential return on something like this. If you ever got in a bind and had to sell something, you might not get what you paid, but you're gonna get some back. Investing in other stuff like tattoos, I like them, but the older you get, your perspective changes on that. Like, I mean, I might still do my back piece one day from Luminous Studios in Bali, but we'll see. I almost feel like if you're gonna spend that much money for art, it should be something that you can hang on the wall and take with you places. But again, that's just my opinion. It's this crazy thing called an opinion. So yeah, be smart with your money. If you want these things, it's possible. You don't have to get 50 a year. You can get one a year. It's whatever you want to do, dude. Life is whatever you want it to be. I mean, that's it. I can tell you in just personal experience and dealing with a lot of stuff and buying stuff and niche hobby items, nothing is ever going to feed your soul. If you got a hole and you're trying to fill some kind of void or gap, it's not going to be buying stuff. And sometimes it's not even necessarily making more money. Now, making more money helps the stress, because people who say money doesn't buy happiness, it's like, well, would you rather be depressed and broke, or would you rather be depressed and at least like you're on a yacht and can afford to eat food and have a house and all that stuff? So I just thought it was kind of a silly saying, but I get the sentiment. But yeah, it's everything you want. You don't have to have things. I just see always a lot of people like saying they wish they had stuff like this, and I mean, realistically, yeah, all respect to the artists and the people who work at these companies. They're all amazing, But at the end of the day, when we're boiling it down to real world perspective, it, as amazing as it is something that is just going to sit on a shelf and it will bring you joy. I look at all my stuff all the time and it brings me joy. That's what I'm into. You know, I'm not really into doing anything else in my 30s. Like, I have my Jeep and I lift the Jeep and have custom bumpers and all that stuff like that. But I mean, that's just like a Jeep person thing. And it's fairly inexpensive compared to other vehicles to mod a Jeep. Jeeps are freaking expensive. Good God, I mean, I paid almost $40 for mine when I got it, and then plus all the mods and everything else. Not cheap, but yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. So if you're trying to feed the soul, this isn't it. Don't buy to belong to a group. If you are gonna buy, get whatever the hell you want, bro. It doesn't matter if the cool kids club likes a piece or not, bro. If you're spending a lot of money on something, it is up to you. Reviews are good in the sense of, like, you get to kind of see it in proportion to everything else, scale, quality, for sure. But nobody can tell you what to buy or not buy. You know, it's like somebody who argues from what's better, Xbox or PlayStation. Obviously, PC is the best. I mean, realistically, if you're just talking specs, graphics, everything like that. But why can't you like all three? I like my PlayStation, my Xbox, and I like my PC. Samsung versus iPhone. Why can't both be cool for different reasons? Chevy versus Ford. Why can't people? You know what I mean? People are just so tribal about everything, and it's just unnecessary. I mean, just it doesn't have to. Life doesn't have to be either or. You can find value in anything, and it's always just going to be about what you like. So yeah, we'll get into my little rant. I'll give a sneak peek of the room because obviously it's not done. These are not stained or painted yet. I have another part of the room that still has to get done, and some shelves and organizing, but it's been a long process to get to here because good God, sorry, I'm not like hating on this at all. I'm just not personally a garage shelf guy, and I don't like LEDs. Somebody had brought that up. I like LEDs for certain environments. I don't like it for this environment, and I don't like the LEDs when you can see each little dot. So if I ever did lighting, it would have like a diffuser for sure. And before, obviously, you can put more statues down here. Like my last shelf that you can see in my old videos that I built, it's, you know, second, you can stack statues. I just kind of like the look of this a little bit more now. It's just all perspective. Not hating on anybody else's displays or how they do things. This is just how I do things, so peace. Okay, it's going to be like a super quick overview of just the layout, because obviously I still have to do something with this wall, do some corner shelving here. I thought I was gonna like my Legos on these shelves I put in, but I don't know, man. I've been kind of back and forth on selling all my Legos. I'm kind of getting out of that game, which it kind of bums me out because, I mean, Legos is my first like love, but it's like, I don't know, man. Legos are a lot of work, and every time you move them, pieces are falling and breaking, and like they're way harder to clean than like something like statues, but we'll see. So I ended up putting my penguin on my desk since I don't have any samurai pieces, so it just kind of looked weird with the rest. So I might end up putting penguin in these shelves if I move the Legos, and another samurai piece up there. Then I can put something else on my desk, my work area / game area. These art prints aren't like permanent in place either. These are the frame ones I needed to get off the floor. That's probably my favorite two back there. I mean, I still have the Catwoman, these signed prints to put. I'm putting these track lights up. That's pretty cool instead of this ugly ceiling fan. Yeah, but you know, give you guys a little sneak peek so far. Nothing too crazy. These risers I have in the back, these are just little makeshift ones I did for sizing. I'm gonna run one across this whole thing with the open face, open back. That way you can put these ones all on top, plus have another row on the bottom. As long as the top surface is about 10 inches, you can pull it out from the wall a little bit, and it's pretty good for most X-Men 1/4 pieces. So, and then again, this is all carpeted in here, so don't freak out when you see some of the pieces. Like, they're all separated on soft carpet. And then I just threw some shoes and hats and shit shit in that one. I really just needed extra storage for bullshit. Packed these out with Legos already. And then this one, got some other Legos, some of my sneakers, just to get it kind of out of the way for more floor space. And again, for these shelves, it's gonna be, I'm gonna do some kind of like black or gray stain on it. So thanks for watching.